Well, first and foremost, good day, YouTube, and welcome. And since you're doing the Angus, give me a second. I have one Angus left. Let's see if I can get to it
Mm.
because it's way back there.
Oh, that's a neat flavor. I like that.
Slide that way, motherfuckers.
Did your fridge got uneven shelves?
No, it's just my fridge is interesting. There we go. The Angus. Maybe I'll pull this out too. Just no, you know what? I'm not supposed to be drinking for another 2 weeks, so I'll keep the Angus and then the 2% alcohol stuff. And the 0% alcohol stuff. Oh, where did I put the Angus? It's way over there. All right. So again, good day, guys. So have you gotten into it fully yet? Oh, you have.
Mm.
Now, I know that when we started getting you into beer, you were kind of starting to like the dark ones. What do you think of this one so far?
This one tastes kind of oaky, like bread and oak mixed up. It's very strange. I like the deep flavor that it has, but my sinuses are all buggered because of the smoke, so I'm not I'm not getting everything.
I have a guy that has been to the beer festival and has watched for a long time and all that talks to me quite often. And he was asking me about the smoke. He's like, how's the wildfire smoke in Regina? And I'm like, oh, it's not great.
Mm-mm.
And I mean, if it's not great here, how is it in places that are much closer or right next door to the fires, right?
Well, exactly. The sky yesterday was yellow at 2 p.m. It was literally yellow. It looked like sulfur yellow.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. And then I was out working in the garden this morning and I didn't think anything of it. And I'm kind of like, okay, it's hazy, blah, blah, blah. I turned around and I looked at the street because a car drove by and was kind of like, holy, is it ever smoky out here? It was literally hazy from middle of my yard to the front street. I'm like, that's nuts.
Yeah, we had to go out for a few things today. We weren't out for long, but it was not great. But the greatest thing was there wasn't a lot of people out. So we were like, yeah, this is awesome.
Wow. Yesterday there were tons of people out.
Yeah, I think it's the usual freak out about something bad happening, right? Get out, get the toilet paper, get the milk, get the eggs.
Well, the fire isn't anywhere near us, but I guess.
No, and I mean, the one thing Regina has going for it is it's not like there's a bunch of forests around us and stuff.
No, but wildfires in Saskatchewan, if we get a grass fire, it can do the exact bloody thing it's doing now and travel for however bloody long. It's stupid. What was it out by me? I think it was Indian Head 2 years ago. Somebody's lawnmower caused a spark, and it was just a grass fire that lasted 3 days. And they fought it for a long time. Volunteer fire departments and everything from all over the place went there, including the one for our town.
So, yeah, I know. Yeah. One of the forest fires I was involved in when I worked in the north was a grass fire too, and it was stupid because we were on a fire ban, and then one of the guys in the band went, "I'm going to light this grass on fire so I don't have to throw it out," and yeah, it went.
Wow.
And I mean,
working there again.
it's one of those things, right? Like, I know there was one grass fire that happened. Well, it was a forest fire in the end, but it started as a grass fire, and it happened about 12 years ago. And a buddy of mine who used to be on my show when we did the show in my basement in Niagara Falls, he was one of the guys that started it, and it was an accidental starting. Like he's part of the Canadian military, and they were firing howitzers, and the spark started the fire.
It doesn't surprise me. Like growing up here in this province, I was born in 1970, so by the time 1980 rolled around, we were going through a drought depression area for almost a decade. I remember in 83 going to my brother's up to my brother's for Christmas in Cold Lake, Alberta. And between Regina and the Alberta border, there was so little snow, there were dirt drifts across the highway in winter. I'm like, that's a dry year. And yeah, when you get lightning storms like you wouldn't believe, like super powerful ones, they dump water and tons of it, and then the next day, bone dry, 30 above. It was like, it was almost like it was demented behavior of weather. It was like, holy shit. And large amounts of hail and then completely dry. It was just weird weather in the 80s. And it was stupid dry in the prairies all the time.
Yeah, and I mean, the sun here is like a heat that I've never felt before. Like I go outside and I'm like, I'm burning. I need to go in.
Oh yeah, there's no humidity most of the time. If
No,
we have
and
a humid day, it's murder. But without the humidity, you just scorch.
yeah, I mean, I actually like it because of the no humidity. And a buddy of mine, the Honey Monster, for those of you that watch that have been around a long time, the Honey Monster actually lives in Saskatoon. I had no idea the Honey Monster moved to Saskatchewan. And he lives in Saskatoon. And when I found out, because Boy Chuck told me, "Hey, Honey Monster's in Saskatoon. You should talk to him. You get a hold of him and all that." And he's like, "Oh, it's amazing, man. It can get so hot here, but you just walk under a tree and it's nice." And he's 100% correct. Like the shade is amazing, the wind is amazing, and because there's no humidity like in Ontario, it can get hot, but you don't care as long as there's shade somewhere.
Yeah, but we've had days here, like I think it was probably about 4 or 5 years ago, we had a spell of 2 weeks in the middle of summer. It was stupid humid. People here are not used to that. And you're like, dude, you got to go inside. And I'm kind of like, nah. And what do you mean? I was born and raised here. I'm kind of used to this or ice cold. Like, really? And then those humid days hit. I'm like, where's the fucking water?
Yeah, no, never thought that just getting rid of the humidity would make me go, I don't give a shit, man. Be hot. I don't care.
Yeah, but and this is a question as well as an observance. You being as pale as you are, you got to burn fast and bad.
I do, yes.
Like you, all I'm saying is be damn careful, especially if we hit like a day that's like 36, 38. Stay the fuck out of the sun.
Oh yeah, like I'll go outside for like 5 minutes to do something at work, and I can smell myself burning.
Well, with me, when that happens, I know it's my soul. It's not me.
I like this beer so much.
I can smell almost like a burnt caramel smell to it.
Yep. Yeah. But of the four, this was my favorite, and then the ale. I don't really care for Longview Pilsner, and
the pale ale,
yeah,
that Ella or whatever it's called.
The Ella was gross. I did not like Ella.
Okay,
at least it was gross for me.
I
9 Mile.
I like the pale ale. The Ella was a really strong flavored, not sure what, but this and the pale ale were nice.
Yep, 9 Mile Ale, and this guy were the two that I liked out of the 4-pack. The Pilsner wasn't really for me, and Ella, I got excited for Ella because it was Ella hops, and I actually like Ella hops. And then I took a drink of it, and I'm like, nope, not for me.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like super hoppy. You can taste it. It was like, I had mine last night. It was when I had done a little bit of yard work and prep to be able to till the garden today. I'm sitting there like, oh, I could go for a beer. Cracked that sucker, took a big mouthful. I'm like, did it go bad? I don't remember. Like, I think it was 2 years ago they had a sour, and it was so shockingly refreshing on a hot day. And some other people had given me their beer because they don't drink. So I was like, okay, I got 2 or 3 of those. And when I was working and it was stupid hot outside, you crack one of those and it actually tasted sweet instead of sour. And I was like, that's a cool idea.
No, I like that brewery. I do, and it's one of the reasons I want to go to Saskatoon, because there's a bunch of breweries in Saskatoon I want to visit. And the breweries in Saskatoon actually seem more interested in doing something with me than the breweries here. The breweries here are like, we don't know who you are. And some of the brewers in Saskatoon are like, we know you, come out, we want to see you.
Well, and that's the weird thing. Regina, supposedly the capital city. That's the weird thing about Saskatchewan. It's almost like Regina is backwards, like very backwards thinking and behavior. I'm like, I don't understand why.
Yeah, like they have so many more breweries than you guys have here. Well, we have here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here too.
I know, Chad. You grew up in Ontario. It's my province, my fault. I do not take responsibility for these people.
I grew up in the nation's capital, and then the small towns around the nation's capital, and then the Golden Horseshoe, and then the Arctic, and then here. Well, Manitoba was in there too. I was in Stabby Stab for a few months.
Winter Pig?
Yep.
People are still shocked that between Regina and Winnipeg, mid 80s to early 90s, it was every year a switch back and forth of to who was the murder capital of Canada. It's like, really? That's something to be proud of.
And now it's between Thunder Bay, Churchill, Winnipeg.
All the stabbers went different directions, I guess.
Well, there was there was a suspected foul play just down the street from me last week. Some 81-year-old lady. The cops are asking for any information about the last 2 weeks, if there was anything interesting that has happened.
Wow.
So I sent in about pink skateboard guy, because he was at my door about 2 weeks ago. So I sent them the videos too. I'm like, I don't know, but this guy was scoping out my place until the dog scared him away.
You know, if we just reenact the laws that we had in the 80s and the way that we treated people, we would have a lot less crime. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, you murder somebody now, you're getting what, 3 to 5 years? In the 80s, you were going away for 10 to 20. I don't know. These laws are ridiculous. I heard about those 2 dudes. I didn't even know about it until this past week. Those 2 guys that ran over that dude in BC. He was underneath their car, and they drove away with him, and he died like a couple kilometers later. And they pulled him out and left him laying on the side of the road. And they were foreign exchange students type stuff. So they're looking for 3 years for 4 years for the driver and 3 years suspended license, and for the passenger 3 years, but there's also a threat of them being deported. I'm kind of like, why the suspended license if you're going to deport them? It doesn't matter.
No, it's just for paperwork for what if they ever try to come back. Hey, I'm going to drink this next.
What is that?
Great Western Radler.
I've never tried that.
So Radlers are one of my favorite things out there. Now, as a diabetic, they probably wouldn't be your favorite, because, like, it's 15 grams of carbs in just this one.
Yeah, well, how many grams of carbs do you think there is in, like, a shot of Fireball?
Well, I was just saying because, like, well, this is 2.5% alcohol, and then, like, say, Toller Light, which I actually really enjoy, this is only 3 grams of carbs.
Wow.
And it's 4% alcohol. It's because they use actual fruit juice in a Radler, right? So there's
I was gonna say, aren't Radlers is a fruit juice or
Yeah.
a fruit spiked beer.
Yeah, so I mean, Radlers are one of my favorite because they're low ABV. They're you could drink like 12 of these and still be perfectly sober because again, 2.5% alcohol. So as long as you're not chugging them back like all 12 of them in an hour, you're perfectly okay. And actually, I bought a bunch of Radlers while I was at. I went to the Co-op liquor store today because my wife needed to pick up her meds. So I have Churchill Radler from here in Saskatoon. I do have to review this. I do have more of them in the fridge to review. And then Daub Radler, which technically shouldn't be a beer that exists because that would go against the Reinhoskabo, but hey, whatever. I'm intrigued by this one, though, because I hate Daub, but I'm curious about this.
Hey, did you ever get back to Brian?
I sent the time and all that, and
Okay.
I don't know.
Because I saw that message come across and I was like, and then you said the time, there was still no reply. So I'm like, okay.
Oh, I didn't want to do that.
You just kicked him out of the chat, didn't you?
No, he's not here. I'm just looking at who has seen the... So Brian did see the time thing. So did Nick. Nick has never really showed up anytime we do this. Nick used to be here every time we did a hangout, though. But he now runs the other side of my old friends group, and they all do their stuff, which is fine. But so you... Looks like Chris Tower that is here in town, and I don't know who the other person is that has seen the thing, but there's 3 people that saw it. He saw me say what time it was going to be, but that's the end of it. I don't know if he's back in Ontario yet or if he's still in Calgary.
Oh yeah, because he was going there. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Said he was going to wave when he flew over.
Yeah, he sent me a message because I guess this time they took a slightly different path. I'm going to guess because of the forest fires. Because they weren't horrible at the time, but they were starting. And yeah, he's like, no, we're not passing you this time. This is as close as we are.
Yep. Well, all I know is that today I'm enjoying the beer just due to the fact is that I got nobody else to till the garden for me, so I did that this morning from 9:30 till about 1:40. So,
Well,
yeah,
yesterday,
I'm feeling it.
last night, my Great Pyrenees came in from the outside, and I saw some blood on her back paw, and I'm like, what did you do? And I go and I start moving away some of her fur and stuff, and I'm like, oh, fuck. Because, again, they're mountain dogs, right? Their dew claws and stuff are fucking thick, right?
Yeah.
They're like a dime. We forgot to check, like, we usually do a monthly dew claw cut, and we forgot to do it, so it had started growing into her paw. That's where the blood was coming from.
Ow.
And, yeah, so my wife's like, you're the only person she won't bite if we do this. You're going to have to hold her. So she cut it, and then I had to like gently pull the 2 nails out. And I'm like, I love you, baby. And she's just looking at me. She's giving my wife the side eye, like, you fucking bitch. And she's looking at me going, I love you, daddy, bitch. And my wife's like, this dog, I love this dog, but I want to kill it every time. She goes, she gives me nothing but attitude. Goes, but here you are. All you do is give her a treat and tell her how beautiful she is, and she wags her tail and does whatever you tell her to.
I think it's the with some animals, it is the sheer volume or depth of your voice that they know who it is they like better. Like, I've met dogs that absolutely love me, and the smaller dogs that are absolutely terrified of me for no reason. And I'm like,
excuse me,
I didn't kick you, I didn't yell at you, I did nothing. I tried to pet you, and you're freaking out, man.
Well, when me and Alicia started dating, Colleen lived with us, and Alicia had her Rottweiler, and Colleen and the Rottweiler hated each other. And then Alicia's parents were like, well, you guys are going up to the Arctic and we've always wanted a Great Pyrenees. Do you want to leave the Great Pyrenees with us? I'm like, okay, whatever. Right? Because she was never a dog I was intending to get anyway. My cousin bought her for his daughter, and then his daughter was like violently allergic to dogs. They didn't know that.
Oh boy.
And so he was just going to give her to the SPCA, and I'm like, there's nobody in Niagara Falls that's going to know how to take care of this dog. Just give it to me.
Yeah.
And that's how I ended up with it. So I worked with her parents to train it and everything, and then she stayed with her parents. And then her parents, you know, her dad decided he was going to stay full time in the Arctic for his job. So they're like, and we were leaving the Arctic. Well, we left Pavernatuk, we left Nunavik and Nunavut, and we went to the reses where dogs are more accepted. And they're like, do you want your dog back? And we're like, well, if you don't want her, we'll take her. And she was so fucking excited to see us. And then she's been with us since. But the reason they decided that is like German Shepherds in that Great Pyrenees usually attached to one person. And I'm the one that she was attached to. Like I saw her for the first time after we were locked up in the Arctic for COVID. And she like peed herself in excitement. And like, we've never seen her so happy.
Well, you're her mate or her litter mate, basically.
Yeah, I'm the one that. And when we went to the Arctic, we had a boxer, we had the Roddy, and we had her, and we had a Mastiff Shepherd, and we knew the Mastiff Shepherd would get killed up there, so we got her a new home. We knew the boxer couldn't fly, so we got him a new home. Her parents took the Great Pyrenees, and our Roddy was put down because she had cancer, and we're like, you know what, you're losing a lot. Like, she was a fat Roddy too, and then she was a skinny Roddy, and we're like, okay, it's time.
Yeah. Well, my neighbors have she's a German Shepherd St. Bernard Cross.
Ooh,
Beautiful dog.
two dogs with bad hips, though. Ooh.
Yeah, oh yeah, she's got problems. She's a beautiful dog. Instead of the dark brown, she's like a honey golden brown with white.
Okay.
And she's just beautiful. And she's starting to develop little lumps that she keeps licking at and stuff like that. And I'm kind of like, ugh, that's not good. But I'm the only neighbor that she absolutely, as soon as she sees me, she's like bounding around like a puppy. She loves her owners, but for some reason, I'm her best buddy. And my neighbor's wife goes and says, you need to say something to her. So I just started calling her girlfriend every time. Now, whenever she's barking at me, I go, okay, girlfriend, it's just me. Suddenly the bark stops.
Yeah, no, we're trying to decide when we bring the next dog into the mix so that the old girl can teach them how to protect, right?
Oh yeah.
Because Otis is not the alpha at all. It is the female. She is the boss. He might be bigger than her, but he's scared of her.
And usually that's the way it is. It doesn't matter how big the other dog is. It's the female that absolutely, nope, you don't do that. Like if you see a kid and they have a female dog and a male dog, if the male dog goes near the kid and the female dog thinks he's about to do something, he's done. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter how small she is. She's still going to go after him.
Yeah, no, they're funny, right? Because like you can see when she's like, I'm too old, you're in charge now. Like he's playing like a puppy, and then she's like, I'm done, and she lays down, and then he's just on guard duty the rest of the night. He's just sitting there staring.
Well, she's training him. That's the important thing.
Yeah. It's always funny too, because we make the joke where like, you know, if anyone ever breaks in, they're gonna think it's just her because he's quiet. Like the way they do their thing is whoever's on guard duty is the only one that barks. The other one just is sitting there. And I'm like, in the house, it's usually her that's on guard duty, and outside, it's usually him. I giggle because I'm like, they're going to break in thinking that all they have to deal with is the 120-pound Great Pyrenees, and then this 180-pound dog is, 170 to 180-pound dog is going to come around the corner and be like, "Hi, buddy."
Yeah. I've never met your dogs, but I've come across and been around Great Pyrenees, St. Bernards, blah blah blah, bigger dogs. But the one that used to live down the street from me when I was living in the hood hated everybody except me. I'd walk past him and he'd just be barking and barking and barking. And the person I was renting the room from knew his name. But she never talked to the dog because the dog had a continuous, and the Great Pyrenees bark. It's got that weird echo.
Yeah, and it sounds even bigger than the dog is.
Yep. Well, Thor was standing 3 doors down, and I was came home on the bus, and he's just blah 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 blah. And I looked at him. I said, "Thor, enough." And he just looked at me, and he paused, and then I stuck my hand to the fence, so he couldn't grab me or anything like that. I stuck it up to the fence, and his owner was watching me, and I had my hand wide open. I'm standing there. I said, "It's okay. I'm not going to do anything to you." He started licking my hand. His owner comes out the front door and goes, "How did you do that?" I went, "How did I do what?" He goes, "My dog hates everybody." I went, "Nah. He just said he's just met another dog. That's all."
Pyrenees are great judges of character, is what it comes down to. They usually will always bark at anyone walking towards the property that they're protecting. But the way I always look at it is, if Colleen does not stop barking when she realizes you know me, then I have some questions. If she does, not so many questions.
Well, yeah, but the whole thing is that she may not know me. Like my neighbor across the way, they have a Chihuahua. He's a Chihuahua Terrier cross. Every time he sees me, he goes bonkers because he thinks this is an animal attached to my face. And he just won't shut up. I try and pet him, and he scurries away, comes back, wagging his tail, and still barking at me. I'm like, "Dude, I'm not going to bite you."
Well, Tyler came to visit last week, and he was amazed, right? Because I'm like giving them hand commands and stuff. He goes, "I've never seen somebody so calm with like 400 pounds of dog." Like, I'm good. Don't worry.
Yeah,
but he did the usual thing most people do when they come in, right? First he looks at Colleen and goes, "Oh, you're such a big girl." Then Otis comes around the corner. He's like, "Holy fuck, that's a big dog."
Yeah, but knowing that you have 2 big dogs, the only thing I would be afraid of is offending one of them. I'm not afraid of offending you. I'd be afraid of offending your wife and the dog.
My wife is scarier than I am.
Well, my wife is scarier than I am. I'm told that I'm scary, but I don't know, man. I don't think so.
I was told I am yesterday when we were unloading a truck and we had that 3,000-pound skid that was falling over, and I'm the one that pushed it back into place.
Ugh. Yeah, well, that other one falling over the other day was not good.
No, we've had a lot of that happening lately.
Improperly packed, or?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's some non-alcoholic beer?
Which flavor? What brand?
This is President's Choice Blonde Brew. So, President's Choice is my favorite non-alcoholic beer because they both taste okay, but they're $9.99 in Saskatchewan for a 12-pack. You can't beat that price for non-alcoholic beer. In Ontario, when I first started buying these in Ontario, they were $4.99 a 12-pack. You couldn't beat that either, right? Like, yeah. But now I hear they're $7.99, which is still better than the $9.99. But a normal 12-pack of non-alcoholic beer in this province is still over $20. So $9.99 I'm good with. This one tastes like your average just beer, right? Like if you like Canadian and stuff like that, tastes like that. I usually buy the red brew, but I just asked my wife to pick me up a 12-pack when she did groceries, so I wasn't there. And the red brew tastes like Rickard's Red.
Oh, okay. So, dollar beer, is that any good? Because
Dollar, like the no-name beer?
Yeah.
I do not like the no-name regular very much that's sold here. But No Name Light, I have no problem with No Name Light. I bought several 24 packs of No Name Light, but they legitimately have to be cold. Like I drink so much of my beer warm, but if I drink those warm, I can't drink them. I get them cold. You know what? I just got a 24 pack for like $34.99. I'm good with that.
Fair enough. I've never tried them because I don't know, man. The yellow label just makes me think,
Okay, they're
how good
brewed
could that
by
be?
they're brewed by Big Rock in Calgary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're Big Rock beers.
Well,
So I mean, it's not like a horrible brewery has made them or anything. It's a brewery that knows what they're doing. It does tell you though that if Big Rock can make those and sell them to another company, well, if they can make them for another company and that company can sell them for $34.99 for a 2-4 and make money, Big Rock's normal lagers could be sold for a lot less money.
yeah. I don't know. It's all packaging and branding.
Yep. Yeah, see, so this guy is, and I mean, for a non-alcoholic beer, it's not bad at all either. It's only 40 calories. What do we have for carbs? This one is 6 grams of carbs, but 40 calories, 6 grams of carbs. 4 of that is sugars because, again, the way they make their non-alcoholic beer makes it so that all the sugars do not ferment because they do use the enzyme to kill off the yeast after it has taken away some of the under attenuated flavors.
Yeah.
So I mean, but I like it. It's not bad. It tastes like beer, and that's what a non-alcoholic beer should do, right? This is what I've been drinking while I'm not allowed to drink for my blood tests because, hey, it doesn't affect my liver in any way, so I'm allowed to drink it. I even asked my doctor, I'm like, can I drink non-alcoholic beer? She's like, yeah, go ahead. Okay, I'll drink a shit ton of it.
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper too. Yeah, you're right. Like, yeah, it's cheaper. It tastes the same. It's less calories. I can't complain.
We all have to get fit somehow.
Yep. I started working out again a little while ago, but I don't have, like, I used to have a full gym basically in my basement. When my wife met me, I had maces that went from 15 pounds up to 50. I had clubs that went from 15 to 30. And then I had dumbbells that went from 25 up to 75 pounds. And then I had about 700 pounds of plates. And then we moved to the Arctic, so I got rid of everything, right? It's not like that stuff's cheap. So
No. And especially with now the tariff on metals.
Yeah, that's going up to 50%.
I don't know, man. This is getting stupid.
Yep. The whole thing is stupid. Like, the man south of the border has complained that other countries aren't following through with their trade agreements, which made me almost piss myself laughing because this entire trade war with the world is going against every trade agreement that he had.
The NAFTA one was the
that
one
he wrote,
he created.
Yeah. Then the plane thing, the plane saga, and now the plane won't go into his name until he puts out a memo that says that he asked for it. It wasn't a gift. Like, it's all amazing. I love it all. I'm like, we live in the twilight. I never thought I'd live in the Twilight Zone. Now
Well, yeah, didn't Musk actually just quit recently?
Well, he was only allowed to work with them for a certain amount of time because he was an outside contractor.
Yeah.
So he was leaving anyway, and then it was said that he was going to come back, but he's talking out against the person that said he was going to come back. So I guess that's out the window now too. I
don't think that man knows how to do anything other than burn bridges.
I am having more fun reading the news than playing video games or watching TV or anything like that. Like I never thought I'd get to the point in my life where I could just sit back and be like, what the fuck is going on?
Well, and he saber rattles with everybody. And then he wonders why some countries go, screw you, we're just going to go and start trading with so-and-so. Like, the biggest thing he did that he fucked up was he actually strengthened the BRICS countries. Like, with all this shit, they turned around and said, oh, no, we'll start trading with each other. We don't need you. And then it took away trade from him. Now, the question is, was that planned? Or was it an oops that he just can't say, oops, I got to go backwards? Kind of makes you wonder.
So this one is 3% alcohol.
Like
and it says, squeeze all you can out of life. Churchill Brewing Company, Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I like that the guy's beard is a hop flower. Oh, shit, we got a comment. Sorry, I didn't notice that. Oh, we got 3 comments. Sorry, we did not notice that. What's up, Rhino? Byron here from Quad Cities, America. Well, good day. How are you? How is Quad Cities doing for you? How are you guys doing? Having some proper job by St. Ostella here tonight. Very happy, a favorite of mine. Greetings from Ireland. Well, greetings to you as well. Beer lover myself as well. But I mean, I have to drink the low ABV stuff right now. I have a blood test in 2 weeks, and I'm not allowed to drink. I'm not supposed to drink anything until my blood test because, so over a year ago, I went into my doctor and we did a bunch of stuff, and she's like, I need a blood test from you. I go, okay. And we did the blood test, and she called me and she goes, everything's good, but your liver enzyme levels are up, so I need you to do another blood test. And I go, you don't need me to do another blood test. And she's like, well, why not? I go, I can tell you why my liver enzymes are up. She goes, why? Why would your liver enzymes be up? I go, because I'm an idiot, and my wife didn't remind me that I had a blood test the next day, and I got drunk on the internet and drank like 12 beers before I went in for my blood test. And my doctor's this little Middle Eastern lady, right? And she looks at me and goes, well, now you're not allowed to drink for a month. And I go, well, I work. Part of my side hustle is in the beer industry, so that isn't going to work. She's, well, you can't, and you need to. And then I went in to see her about my back, and she looked at me and she goes, you were supposed to do a blood test. And I go, didn't I do that? She goes, no, you didn't. You need to go and do it. So instead of completely cutting things off, I've had nothing for a week. Now I'm doing these like 2% alcohol things, and then what the fuck is that? Holy shit, woman!
I have to go get Harlow.
You have to go get Harlow?
Yeah, their toilets broke. So later.
Okay.
I eat, so eat up. I might not eat until I get back because there's no point. That means when the boy comes home, please make sure you eat everything. Because if I come home to no food after spending my afternoon making this, you might be short of sun. Just saying.
Oh, please don't kill him after I spent $50 on this haircut.
40.
Well, obviously it's something interesting to you because the look on your face was like, Christmas.
She made chicken shawarma crispy rice salad. So we got homemade pita bread. And yeah. I am excited. I'm excited by anything she gives me. But yeah, so I've gone a week with nothing. and then I bought these like 2 and 3% alcohol things, and then I'll live on the non-alcoholic stuff, and then I'll go do my test, and then she'll tell me that it's fine, and things will be back to homeostasis.
Well, something just came in.
Scotch and tequila. I don't know if I'd want to mix those.
Ooh, I don't even know if I would.
Hospital for the day, like on a banana bag?
What did you just say?
You looking to end up in the hospital on a fucking banana bag for the day?
Are they looking at ending up in the hospital on a banana bag?
Yeah, it's the fucking nutrients that they give you when you're hungover to rehydrate you so you don't fucking die.
So here's the thing then. So in all the stupid things I've done, I've never had to go to the hospital to be rehydrated.
Fastest way over a hangover.
Have you been rehydrated at the hospital? Is this how you know about this banana bag? You sure? It's sounding very sus.
It's not always moderation. Just recently.
And
All
that's
I
the thing,
can
right?
imagine, Chad, is that she had a friend that it happened to.
That's the thing. Doctors giving you speeches is one thing. These little tiny like Middle Eastern doctors giving you speeches is even worse because they have aggression when they give you the speech. They're like, "Take care of your." I will.
Try my lemon tahini
It was.
sauce.
It was good.
I made homemade lemon tahini.
It tasted good. It tasted great, actually.
What the hell? Homemade lemon tahini? You could spread that on a shoe.
She yeah, and I'd still eat it off of it.
Yeah, like what the? Good food is good food, man. Ugh.
You're right. You can't enjoy it. The thing is, like I said, I know that I'm not. I know for a fact that I'm not where I was when I was younger, and that's not what the doctor thought was the problem. Wasn't the problem. What the problem was again, I was an idiot, and I drank a bunch of. We did one of these hangouts, and it was me and Brian and a few of my other buddies from Ontario, and I had like 7% alcohol beers. And then my wife shook me awake at like 9 a.m. and said, "You have a blood test in an hour." I said, "Oh, do I now?" Okay. And yeah, I'm surprised that she didn't still see alcohol in said blood test.
It probably evaporated as soon as they drew it out.
Not mixing just the combination on the plate. I only drink on a Saturday night. Hope my liver is okay if I get a blood test. Yeah, I can't say I only drink on a Saturday night. There's times where I've drank every day of the week. There's times where this is the thing, right? People think because of the review channel that I'm drinking all the time. I'm usually not.
Don't let him tell you that. Don't let him tell you that. He is. No.
A lot of times I'll sit down and I'll do like 5 or 6 reviews in a night, and then I'll have nothing for the rest of the week. Sometimes I'll have 1 beer every night. Sometimes I'll have 2. Sometimes I'll have 0. I sometimes go months without anything. But it was just I don't like being told what to do. Okay, I'm a stubborn Irishman. My dad is from Ireland. My mom is from Ireland. I have that stubbornness.
You're a rebel.
Yeah. No. I almost want to pour it in a glass and see what it looks like, but I don't. I have like 12 glasses in the sink to clean, and I just don't care enough. Yeah. You notice how she was only caring about her lemon tahini sauce, right? It wasn't that she made like crispy Mediterranean rice or homemade pita bread or anything like that. I made homemade lemon tahini sauce.
But sometimes the smallest bit is the most important for flavor.
Yeah. Well, you know that we have a multicultural staff. They always look at me when I'm eating my lunch lately. And one of them was like, "Where did you get that? That smells like coconut curry." I go, "My wife made it." "Oh, where did you get your naan bread?" "My wife made it." "What?" She just mixed it, right? I go, "No, she made it. Like from nothing, she made it." All my egg rolls and spring rolls and everything I bring to work, she's made. She just has learned how to make it all from scratch.
That's very cool. I know how to make a lot of things from scratch. but what she's making with Mediterranean / Middle Eastern, I don't know a lot of it.
No, like I kept going upstairs and making fun of her tonight. I'm like, I'm gonna go do some live streaming tonight. She goes, okay, and she's talking to her mom, and her mom's like, get Chad to try a pita bread. I want to know how it tastes. It tastes like pita bread.
Yeah, but there's when your wife does this, it's to go and say, "Are you gonna like this? What's your favorite part?"
Have a good night yourself, BS. Yeah. Okay. When's he supposed to be home? Okay. Go get our daughter. She was supposed to be at Girl Guides camp this weekend, but I guess the toilet broke.
Was it one of the counselors that broke it?
I'm going to guess that's what happened, but you're never going to get an answer to that.
Nope.
I'm going to turn this off for a second while I shove some of this lemon tahini in my mouth.
Wait for it, ladies and gentlemen. Woo!
Holy fuck, my wife is a good cook.
There you go. See, that's why she was bragging it up. I knew there was a reason why she started saying it.
Even her crispy rice, like everything she makes. There's a reason I can't lose weight.
Yeah, my wife bakes. That's why I can't lose weight. And she only makes like 4 or 5 meals. That's all she can make. If I let her barbecue, everything's fucking burnt. It's like, no, I do not want a leather burger. And she's turned around and said, "Oh, I'm going to make steak for me and Mom. I'll make sure you have some when you get home." I said, "No, just leave mine raw." And her mom is the exact same way. They'll turn whatever it is on the barbecue on and then walk away. You can't do that.
Oh, if you put the heat low enough, you could walk away for a bit, but...
Yeah, no. They turn it up to Inferno and walk away. But one time, what the hell did she make? It wasn't that long ago. Oh, she she does bacon in the oven on a sheet pan with
Okay.
parchment paper over top so it doesn't splatter grease. I don't know what she was thinking. She turned it up to 425, told me, pull it out, turn it in 20 minutes, and then put it on for another 20 minutes. I'm going, all right, whatever. I don't cook this shit like this. I cook it in a pan. I have no idea how you work it in an oven. I don't give a shit. So I'm standing there and I'm making the rest of the meal, and I'm doing a whole breakfast, like pan-fried potatoes, eggs, bacon, everything like that. And she's the one in charge of the bacon. I'm like, all right, well, that's your part. She tells me to pull it out after the second 20 minutes. And I went, I don't think it should have been as high as it was. We ended up eating it, but we ended up with like half of the pack of bacon is now bacon bits in the freezer. Like, it was crispy. It was good. It still tastes like bacon. It's still smoky and salty and yummy. But
oh shit! I'll be right back. Finish the story. I need to make sure my son's walking in the door. I need to make sure he doesn't eat my wife's cooking, or we're both dead.
Oh, gotcha. Go protect your assets. All right, guys. I don't know what else to talk about. Yeah. Well, that was classy. It just dropped that. Ugh. Yeah, I'm kind of new to this, so not been on here a lot. Only done a couple of reviews with Chad, and kind of trying to listen in on what's being said, but it's not coming across very well. Oh. Oh,
Okay, I'll be right there.
oh, now he's going to the bathroom.
Okay. I am back. And we do have some comments, so hopefully whoever was commenting is still there. Sorry, I had to run upstairs and save my son.
From sure death.
Take a shot. Who are you taking a shot of?
I don't know who they're talking to. You or me. If you're going to be the beer drinker.
I have some exotic gas.
Is it from the Tahine?
And some old school Kush. That one's hash.
I'm old enough to know what that is.
Yes, I've been to some rib fests. Niagara Falls actually used to have a really good rib fest. Do they do a rib fest here in Saskatchewan?
I don't know. I know they used to have bands, bacon, and beers, but I think that was in like fall, and I haven't heard about that in a couple of years. I'm not sure.
I was told I'm not allowed to do a beer festival here.
Why?
I'm not a corporation that pays taxes to the government.
The hell does that have to do with beer?
Only way I'm allowed to do a beer festival is if I'm an incorporated company.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I had to go through SGI for a while, and we were going back and forth for a bit, and then that's was the final answer.
That is weird. So you can't have a beer festival. How the hell did they end up with beer gardens in different places unless they are a corporation? But as far as I know, unless it's through the exhibition association itself.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. It must be like it must be Real or somebody like that puts them on.
Maybe. That's very strange. I did not know that was a law. No wonder we're such a dead, boring province. If that's one of the laws, it's ridiculous.
I'm like, look, you're having these Ronald McDonald houses opening up all over the province this year. Well, between this year and next year, that's who my beer festivals were always for. I'd raise money for them. Let's find a way to make this work. And they're like, nope, can't do it.
More like, nope, won't do it.
Yeah.
This explains a lot. Like, no wonder our entertainment in this province goes away to other provinces. It doesn't stay here because there's no intellectual growth. They just block you at every turn for whatever reason. It's just silly. I was going to use the word stupid, but somebody might take offense to that and go, oh, we can't use that word. Oh. No, it's good.
My wife once told me that the main reason she's learned how to cook all this Asian, Middle Eastern, and other such cuisine is she knows that I love that cuisine, and for some reason women of those cultures usually hit on me, so this keeps me as hers. Going, I would have just stayed as yours anyway.
What's really funny, Paula knows that I like that kind of food, those kind of foods. Same thing happens to me. She can't eat what is made there, so that's why it never happens. I make it. I can't even have curry powder in the house.
No?
No, her nose is so sensitive to curry, it's ridiculous. Like, the IGA out in White City here, it has a quick curry stop.
Well,
So
it
you
even
go,
has pockets.
what?
Her naan bread, her homemade naan bread, even pockets. She made pocketed naan bread without knowing. Not naan, sorry, pita.
Well, there you go. That's where you get extra flavor. It becomes like a squishy sandwich.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like when I was dating a woman years ago, she was Bengali, half Bengali, and I learned how to make curries and dal and uh, all sorts of different stuff, samosas, different things like that. Paula can't stand the food, but if I walked into a curry shop, I'd go absolutely crazy. But because I don't have a gallbladder, I sweat that out like it's no tomorrow. So she's like, "You better never come home after eating that, blah blah blah." And what was it? About 3 weeks ago, she tried to buy me like uh, the girl you were arm wrestling with the other day, one our coworker.
Yep.
She got me to taste some potato chips that were curry flavored, and I was like, "Oh, those are really good. I'm gonna have to buy me some when Paula's gone sometime." Well, we were in Superstore one day, and I went, "Oh, I've had those. Those are really good." Well, buy yourself some. I said, "No, because I'd have to stay outside."
I don't want to
Why?
live in the backyard.
Well, yeah,
She
and I,
still yells at she keeps trying to arm wrestle me all the time, and she's like, "You're using all your strength." I'm like, "I'm really not. I'm not even paying attention to what you're doing."
yeah, no, I don't know what she could really do. No offense, but she's so tiny. I don't know. I have no idea how physically strong she is.
And I'm not somebody that can really give you an idea because, yeah, I have the fat gut and stuff, but these guys, the guns are there, right? And I'm just not paying. It was the very first time we arm wrestled, and I'm scrolling Facebook as she's yelling at me that I'm using too much of my strength. I'm not even looking at you, woman.
Yeah, it's
You're standing and using both your arms, and I'm just like, do, 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 do.
oh she made me laugh the one day. I said something, and I don't know. I said something that was really funny to her, and she laughed so hard she turned around, she double slapped me on the arm and the chest, and then realized she'd hit me and goes, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hurt you." I looked at her and said, my wife wrestles with me harder than that." Like, you didn't, there's no bloody way you hurt me.
And yes, Jacinda, I should have married this one first, but I didn't because I didn't tell her in high school how I felt. I let us both just go our separate ways because I'm stupid.
Oh, we all make that mistake, man. It's called youth.
Let's drink some Daub non-filtered Radler.
Well, at least it isn't called Dobby.
100% of natural. So this is how you know that this was translated from German to English. So we have 3% alcohol, unfiltered Radler, flavored light beer with lemon drink, 100% of natural ingredients, 100% of natural ingredients. What do we have? Beer, water, barley malt, hops, hop extract. You are not following the Reinhoscapo. Yeah.
What?
And then lemon drink, water, sugar, carbon dioxide, lemon juice concentrate, orange juice concentrate, concentrated lemon extract, natural citrus flavor, guava gum as a stabilizer. So the Reinhoscapo is the purity law for German beer. And beer is only allowed to have water, malt, hops, and yeast. That's all that's allowed to be in it. Any adjunct you use, be it an extract, be it corn, be it anything, it no longer is legally allowed to be called beer in Germany if it's following the purity law.
So this purity law is to what? Preserve
The
the old
purity of
ways of
beer.
doing things?
The purity of beer. And if you broke the purity law back in the times of old, you as the beer purveyor could be put to death.
Oh,
Ooh, it smells nice though. Not going to be a full review because I still have a can to review. But first and foremost, like I said, I'm not a big fan of Daub. So the fact that this, I saw it and I was like, ooh, I need to try this is huge. Oh, Brian's in the comments. What the hell? Even full flavoring. I just jumped on. What's up? I'm sitting in an airport hotel with my parents. Well, say hi to your parents for me.
I'm glad I read that properly. At first, I thought it said pants. It was like, well, I hope you're sitting in a room with your pants on.
I'll be honest, if I don't have guests, I'm not usually wearing any pants.
And that's why you turn off your camera every so often.
Would I have to get up? Yeah. You want to see the rhino horn?
No. I don't want to be a member of the club that has seen that. That's none of my business.
Member of the club. Bubba would love it, though. Bubba would love it if he wasn't, like, the most recent member of the club.
Victim?
I am naked, going to take a shower. Stay in your rooms. What did you... Oh.
Well, at least he didn't go, what did you... Oh, my goodness. Oh, comment.
Drinking some fuck sakes hard lemonade. Ooh. So, on your trip to Alberta, have you had any good beers there, Brian? Is there anything you found that was interesting, that tickled your fancies? What did you see? What did you do? What fun things have you been up to? Why do I smell pot so badly?
Are you craving it now that you've eaten?
No, I have some... Okay. I have some shredded that I didn't roll yet. That's all.
What no way guy?
What do you mean, what no way guy? You only drank kokanee. I am so disappointed in you. You know what I would have done in... Well, me and you are both very different, so it's okay, but I'm still disappointed in you. You were being a tour guide and driver for your parents.
Likely excuse.
I'm saddened, sir. I'm saddened. I'm also saddened that I still haven't figured out how to get my sound card to go proper. Well, my video capture card to do proper capturing of my audio so I can actually start video game streaming.
You want to go on Twitch?
No, I'm just going to stream to YouTube like I used to. But I used to do it with a different type of card and everything worked fine. I can't get it to work on this one, right? Come on, I'm too old to go to Twitch. I'm too old for this shit, but I still do it.
I don't know, man. Some of the stuff I've seen out there and some of the people I've seen out on YouTube, you're not too old. I'm not even too old, apparently.
You've done 3,000 kilometers since Sunday. It's not bad.
On foot?
You had to stay sober. Get your wife to drive. I gotta pee. James, you're in charge since it's just me and you right now.
Oh, good. On the spot. It's so much fun. We're going to be quiet so we can hear you tinkle. Well, if you had to take care of your parents and you were being a good tour guide, I wonder what's going to happen the next time you go out alone, Brian. Sorry, guys. I caught the sun today, and, well, as you can see, I'm like a bald mole rat, so sun makes me itch after a while. That's a little disconcerting. The comment at the bottom: everyone can see and hear you.
Oh, what the hell was that? It sounded like a duck. Whew.
You have dogs, and now you bought a duck.
Yeah, I bought a duck. You know, there was a quack.
I bet you that quack came out of the quack.
She didn't go. I thought she always goes on the Alberta trip. That's unfortunate. Wait, this was your birthday trip too. Don't you usually do your baseball trip? We did Calgary to Lethbridge, to Waterton to Lethbridge, to Radisson, BC, to Hinton, Jasper, to Canmore, to Lethbridge, and back to Calgary today. Oh, you stopped your baseball tour? How many stadiums did you still have to hit when you gave up? Hey, you may have just made me 5 cents.
Why? For mentioning YouTube?
No, apparently he just saw an ad. Only stay sober on a day that doesn't end in Y. So how have you been, Jacinda? I know you've been around for quite some time. I haven't actually stopped and talked to you in a while. I think the last time we really talked, I was divorced and live streaming video games from my. I remember I was playing The Tick when I was talking to you a lot last. And I don't even know why you're seeing them, because this is being streamed in a different app. So you shouldn't be seeing them yet, because I have to turn them on still for you to see them. So it's weird that you're seeing them. It's weird.
Seeing what? The comments?
No, he's seeing ads.
Oh.
I haven't monetized the video yet, because it's being streamed through a different platform to YouTube instead of just from YouTube. Holy shit, this is good. She put disgusting tomatoes on my plate, though, hoping that I wouldn't notice them.
I'm guessing you don't like tomato.
No.
See, I never would have known that. So do you eat pasta sauce at all?
Yeah, it's actual tomatoes I have a problem with. I think it's more a texture thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my neighbor's the same way. He goes and says he won't eat tomatoes at all. Oh, there's a hazy Brian.
Yeah.
Hey, how's the smoke in Calgary?
I got none here.
No?
Oof.
No. My parents just left the room for a little bit. They went for a walk, so I thought I'd just jump on quickly.
Well, good day. I'm glad you had a good trip. I'm glad there's no smoke there, because Regina is like smoke haven right now.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yellowy gray sky all the time.
Which really begs the question about, how bad is it in like Saskatoon and stuff like that? Because, yeah.
Trying to show you the behind me here.
Looks like you got nice clear blue sky over there.
Oh yeah, yeah. So like over there, you can't see at the skyline, city Calgary. Over here somewhere.
I'm so close to Alberta now, and I've still never been to Alberta.
Nice. Oh, there's an airplane landing. Apparently there's a rooftop hot tub. I should go up there. That's where they went to go see what things are like up there.
You have a rooftop hot tub?
Yeah, at this hotel.
That sounds like an OnlyFans video waiting to happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when they come back, I'm going to suddenly just disappear out of this live. So I'll go back to the chat room.
Okay, so what you're saying is when you just disappear, it's because your parents just opened the door.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I'll jump into the chat room. I'll go back to YouTube.
But you had fun on your trip?
I did, yeah. This is the first time out here, so I took it to a lot of places. A lot of sightseeing. We were up in Banff 2 days ago. We went up to Gondola, up to the top of Sulphur Mountain. And as we get up there, looking around, looks like a little stormy weather nearby, a couple mountains away. And I get a weather alert on my phone for the Banff area for dangerous thunderstorms with high winds that will cause damage and blow roofs off. We're at the top of the mountain. So we continued what we're doing. We got to the top of this other park. There was a boardwalk to the peak. There's a cosmic ray station up there. Start heading back to the main building. Well, then I can see the people at the main building. All of a sudden, they're clearing off the observation deck because there's lightning nearby. And then it thunders. So we get in line to go back down the gondola. They shut off the gondola because of lightning. It's like, oh, fun stuff. So, and then the rain was coming in sideways outside. Luckily, we were near the front of the line, so when they finally got it going again, but 45 minutes later, they started sending people down because they got it going again, then it shut off again. So they sent a bunch of people down. And then as we're waiting on the bus to leave, because we took a city bus to get to where we were parked off site, gondola was turned off again. We're like, oh, good thing we got it down. Yeah, it was awesome,
At least they weren't shipping you guys down in the ski chairs.
No. They don't. The Banff gondola, which is just strictly, it's an attraction, so it's all a enclosed gondola car. It's not the ski hill. So, but yeah, we went up there. It's been hot here all week. Like today's 32 degrees. It has been hot and sunny all week. We went up to gondola. It was clear, but we could see clouds in the distance. We got up to the top. Like, oh, that looks gnarly coming at us. So. Yeah. Will that flip around? No, that's not too bad that way. We're right at the airport, so the airplanes are landing and taking off from over here right now. Like right where's my finger? Right around there. But yeah. So do you guys know who the What No Way guy? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes.
The what?
The dude that whenever he does something, he watches a video and goes, "What? No way."
Yeah, fuck sakes. Yeah. So he's from Vulcan, Alberta, and I was stopped there earlier to took some pictures with the Star Trek Enterprise and went into their little touristy thing, and now I'm like, oh yeah, he's got his own hard lemonade. There's a liquor store right next door to the place I was at, so I walked over.
Lemonade you got? The fuck's sakes.
Sorry? Yeah.
For fuck's sakes, hard lemonade.
Yeah, it's actually What No Way, but figured you would know
Wow.
Yeah, there we go. Oh,
See,
Yeah.
Canada has content creators that can make it big. Oh, his parents came in.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
How do I turn this off again? I don't remember. I don't want to remove myself from. There we go. Right there.
Ugh. Oh, it's me.
Yeah, you're back. What? No way.
Yep. I actually like his video. His wife has got into it now.
Well, apparently Dancing Bob was at Skills Canada.
That doesn't surprise me.
I don't know what skill he was showing because it's not dancing.
Well, it's freestyling.
I just love that. You know, did you? I know you're outside Regina, but when he was running for mayor, did you read his platform?
No.
Oh
Not
my
at all.
God, he is such a conspiracy theorist. I laughed my ass off. Like, I read it and I'm like, this is the worst thing I've ever read and the best thing I've ever read at the same time.
Well, you have to know there's something wrong with a guy who stands on a street corner in raggedy old clothes and dances wherever he is. It doesn't matter the weather either.
Yeah, we went to the Riders game the day that they did the free exhibition tickets for Riders ticket people,
Yeah.
and he was like dancing to that everywhere too. Like he walked around with the old like shoulder top boombox dancing, and I'm like, this is so wrong, especially with what he's wearing, and there's kids everywhere. Like what? I never thought I'd be that person. I never thought I would be the think about the children until I saw this guy with his fucking dong hugging fucking spandex pants, like dancing in front of kids to save a horse, ride a cowboy. And I'm like, what is going on? Who is this man? And then I found out he was running for mayor, and I'm like, oh my God.
He's hoping for a date. Oy, oy, oy. There was another guy, I wish I could remember his name, but he had mental issues. And he used to walk around and scream and yell at people all the time. Some people in Regina took to the point of doing videos of him walking down the street screaming and yelling at people, and they ended up putting his name and then King of Regina. And it was just like, oh my God, this guy. Like, he would walk down the street on Saskatchewan Drive, find empty, flattened drink cups from like 7-Eleven or Timmy's or whatever, pick them up and throw them onto the sidewalk, screaming at passerbys that had nothing to do with it. You people need to clean up your mess, blah, 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 blah. What the? Oh.
I think every city has that though. Like we had in Welland, we had, I think it was Captain Welland, and his stuff was like videos of him biking around with beer on his handlebars and being on a ladder that fell, and he fell into a tree. Like interesting things.
Well, we had a woman that one of the places I used to work, literally year 2000, she was not homeless, but she didn't take care of herself or anything like that. But she would wander around through the neighborhood. Any sticks or anything she found on the ground, she'd pick them up and put them on top of the cars that were along the side of the street. It was like, what are you doing? And you'd see the employees go outside and ticked off, pull the sticks or whatever it was off their car and throw it away. And she was down by, well, Victoria Avenue and Albert Street area is where that was. It was like, oh, yo, some of the people in this neighborhood are just weird.
Well, Brian, we would love you to pop back on. We loved having you around.
We even had a guy, we called him the peer. He'd walk a block and have to stop and pee. Didn't matter where he was. The cops even drove by him multiple times when we stand there urinating. They never ever said anything. It's just kind of like, this must be a normal practice for this dude that the cops know him well enough that they don't care.
See, and that something like that happening kind of saddens me because I'm actually a friend of a guy who is on the sex offenders list for peeing when he was drunk at 2 a.m. because he got caught close enough to a school that he got hit anyway, and ended up on the sex offenders list for pissing at like 2:30 in the morning. And yeah, you're like, there's video all over the place. Like, there was a guy at Burger King recently here in Regina with his just dick out, just pissing everywhere, and I'm like, really? That's allowed? Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's like the dude in the Southland Mall at the, what was it, Sobeys or whatever, laying on the fruits and vegetables naked.
Yes, I sent that to some of my friends that weren't here. I go, I think he was trying to get a pineapple up the ass. Like, I'm pretty sure that's what he was trying to do.
Just Bins put up a funny thing, kind of like, what was it? Wash your fruits and vegetables. You never know whose ass has been on them.
And why? Why get naked and lay dick first in fruits and vegetables? Why?
I don't know. I really don't know. And
BS. Do you have an idea as to why a man would get naked and put his dick in the middle of a fucking strawberry patch, like of
like the
well,
counter,
actually,
a display of counter, bananas, strawberries, blah blah blah.
Yep.
Oh wait, maybe he thought he was one of those Maynard's fruit gum things. I don't know. The people in Regina are just messed up. And that I don't know what happened, but that dude that got arrested in the parking lot the other day, apparently that was a show.
Yes. It was.
Well, I didn't see it. I heard about it in the later part of the day. I'm like, what? And then
he had been shoplifting for a while, like he was coming and going, and it was undercover cops that showed up. They were coming in to buy something, and they recognized his van, and they ended up tackling him in the parking lot and going through his van and bringing everything in to see what he had paid for and what he didn't pay for to get a total of it. And then they were going around to other stores to find out what he had stolen from them because they were like, we're fucking done with this guy.
Well, the guy, I don't know if you saw him or not, but he was dressed like Vanilla Ice with the parachute jacket and pants and the hat that was all screwed up. I'm like, dude, you're a couple of decades past where you're supposed to be.
Yeah, he was in the girls' washroom at one point. A certain person had to kick him out of the girls' washroom. And he came out of the girls' washroom and went into the guys' washroom, and I said, he's going to be a problem. And then I walked away.
See, all I saw him was in the spray paint aisle. I didn't see him anywhere else. But I keep getting comments from people of that variety and group. Hey, boss, how's it going? Really? The last thing I look like is a boss.
Yeah, I don't look like a boss either.
Yeah, you're pretty enough to be a boss.
I'm not pretty enough. What are you talking about? I have calluses.
I'm not asking.
No, it's not. Well, it could be from, but it's not from beating off.
Nope.
My wife is asking if we're going to have a campfire tonight.
Oh, you guys don't have a fire ban?
Regina seems to be like this. Like, I'm checking right now because I'm sure at this point we have one.
But I know we're not allowed to out here because we do have one.
Saskatchewan seems to be like not Saskatchewan. Regina seems to be like this black hole where they never put a fire ban on them.
Yeah. I remember when I was a kid, the only fire bans that we ever had were the people that were living on the outskirts of town that were still burning their garbage. They'd say, you're not allowed to do that during this time of the year. I remember that, but I don't remember an outright fire ban in Regina. I know province-wide there could be in a dry year, but not in Regina itself. I don't ever remember seeing or hearing anything about a fire ban. I remember them water rationing.
Yeah, and we're on water rations right now.
Yeah, water rationing was anybody with an odd number can water on odd days. Anybody with an even is on even days.
I think we're 130 and 132.
Oh, you mean area? I was like, what?
Yeah, I'm trying to find on the map whether or not we're fire. I wouldn't want to, like, she gets mad at me because she likes her campfires as much as I do. Like they're our calming period.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't want to have one right now. Mostly because I know half the fucking province is on fire.
Yeah, it's not like you can't get enough smoke. Fuck. I literally was out tilling the garden. I come in. I went, I'm going to take a shower and stay in the shower this time instead of trying to launch myself. I got into the shower, got undressed, and as I'm pulling my shirt over top of my head, I'm kind of like, holy shit. Just smells like a campfire.
Yeah, like one of my shirts always smells like campfire.
Yeah, well, every time I've wanted to have a campfire in the backyard, we have a fucking fire ban going on. And the times when I don't have time off to have one, it's pouring rain and there's no fire ban. But I don't get time off. I'm like, fuck. Oh, Paula and I are going up to Waskasiu for vacation. I think it's July. But if this continues on, there'll be a fire ban up there too. There won't be any campfires in the camping areas.
Only 23 active fire bans. Oh no, sorry. 179 active fire bans. And there's like 700 different little spots.
Yeah. Well, I think our area is because
you guys have some trees.
Well, we have some trees, but not a lot. We have a lot of open field that goes on and on and on and on and on. And it's dry out here. Like the ditches are almost non-existent with water, and usually there's water up until end of June. So I'm surprised this year. It's very dry out here. Still smells like a wet baby's wet diaper but that's the decaying vegetation in the ditches. Ever since they built this bypass, as they call it, they didn't put any of that stuff that keeps sloughs and ponds contained. That sludge that's on the bottom of the pond that holds the water. They never ever put that back in the ditches. They just displaced and moved ditches and dug new ones and everything like that. And it's just bare dirt. So what's in there now is the plants decay, sink into the bottom because they're not water plants, and it just smells like rotting vegetation all the time. So when it rains, it really smells nice.
So my in-laws want to move here. And their like 30-year-old son lives with them, and they want to buy a house big enough for him and his wife and their kid, and then he wants to have future kids. So they want to buy a big house for them, right? And they're like, well, they need to have a job, so we told them they can stay with you. And I'm like, you told them they can stay with me? They're like, yeah. I go, well, one, this isn't your fucking house. It's my fucking house. And two, where's he staying? They're like, your attic? I go, no, he's not. Alicia's brother is a 500-pound man. My attic is all 2x4s. Like, they opened it up as a loft, but it's all 2x4. It's not like 2x6 or 2x8. Like, he is not fucking living in my
Your house is 100 years old. It was built in the 30s.
Yeah, I'm like, no. And they're like, what do you mean no? Well, not them. The dad is like, don't let him stay at your house. He'll destroy your house. And the mom's like, he can stay there until he finds a job and we buy our house. I go, no, he can't. The 500-pound man is not going through my fucking 100-year-old house and sleeping in my attic, which is all 2x4 fucking construction.
Yikes.
How about this? When you pay for my house, you can tell me who's staying in my house. Fuck off.
Yeah.
And actually, my wife's on the same page. She told them they can go fuck themselves, too.
Well, yeah, it's your house. And as far as you've told me, and as far as I understand, you guys are cramped for space anyway. You got 2 dogs that weigh the same as fucking full-grown adults. You and your wife, and you got how many kids? And one of them's a full-fledged teenager.
Yep. Well, we bought the house not knowing. When we originally bought the house, we were going to stay in the attic, right? Like in the loft. Yeah. And then we moved in, and we're looking at it, and we're like, I don't think it's constructed well enough for us to live here, but there's a basement apartment, so we'll stay in the basement apartment. And then I was in the crawl spaces between the walls, and that's when I got to see what the actual construction was. And I'm like, yeah, the kids could probably use it as a playroom, but we can't have a lot of stuff up there. It's basically storage and like emergency backup.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be a little alarming. Because one, the fear of the weight, and two, getting up into your attic. Do you have normal stairs? You said that the stairwells in that house are really steep.
Oh yeah, it's the steep stairwell, and it's all 2x4s going up too.
If this is too windy, let me know.
Are you looking at your rooftop OnlyFans thing?
Yes.
Oh, he's going to be doing his own live tonight.
There's a few people inside that want to just start twisting the camera around.
Saying thank you in a relationship is more powerful than saying
what the fuck?
Sure, you love me, but appreciate me. You know?
You gonna get in the hot tub with everybody?
On the list of powerful things
No.
you can say.
You should. You should be like, "Hi guys, welcome to YouTube."
That's pretty powerful. And while we're at it, surprise!
I wonder if I can switch this around. Oh.
To Hawaii. That one. That's powerful.
Thought I could do the floor facing.
Are you at a seminar? It sounded like a health and wellness love seminar.
I switched to crazy.
Well, somebody else is recording an OnlyFans video in the rooftop hot tub.
Yeah. And they're doing it to Katy Perry.
Yeah, is that a problem? Will that give you a strike?
Holy fuck, this is good.
Should I mute my mic?
So if you had the chance, again, Brian, would you go through Calgary area or Alberta just to try for the different beers, etc.?
Well, that's always been a goal. Like, I went to a few places that have a lot of beer. Like when I was in Vulcan, It was their liquor store. They only sold them in 60s. They didn't do singles. Otherwise, 200 different types.
Is that one of your hard ciders or hard alcohols?
So there's 2 hot types, 1 drink.
I just want to show it on YouTube's. Yeah, so apparently Regina is not on a fire ban.
Is this music overpowering?
What's that?
Is the background music too loud?
No.
What's everyone else doing?
Well, I'm currently sending messages to my niece telling her to put some clothes on.
Interesting.
She just updated her Facebook profile picture. She's like 15 years old, and yeah.
Oh, showing off the wares.
Yep.
Well, it's starting to get busy with it.
I'm apparently the only one who respects in the family. I don't know why. I'm the most unrespectful of them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that usually comes with experience.
Make it go.
Stupid and
Boom, boom, boom.
Well,
Oy. Don't worry, he's making fun of Katy Perry, not you.
We're streaming, so it's not fucking loading. But we're not on a ban because we don't have open market in the city limits.
No, there's only like of the 500 jurisdictions in the province, there's only 170 that have a fire ban right now, which is weird to me. You think you'd ban the entire province?
I think Alberta did the entire province the other day.
Look, I made this.
Did you have fun as long as you were there? Are you the one that broke the toilet? You sure?
It was
A little white cutout in the middle of the red
Yeah,
is Regina.
1 second,
Don't
because
load it or else the loading it's gonna.
no, I'm gonna show this here because we were talking about it.
What are you showing everybody?
Carlo. You back upstairs, baby. Daddy will be up soon because he's gonna come
Oh,
get all your
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm gonna be up shortly.
Baba.
No, like so, like we were talking about, James. Like this is messed up. Like there's Regina in the middle of all. Like why? Why?
It looks like a weather alert.
I know, eh? And I mean, they say that about Regina too. That no weather hits Regina. It's like a bubble
Yeah.
because Regina rhymes with fun.
According to Ryan Reynolds, it does.
Yeah, but it smells like something else in summer.
You're true. It does smell like something else during the summer,
It's
especially
called
around
the
this
lake.
time. Well, I mean, I guess our fire isn't going to add to the smog warning.
No.
No one's even going to know we have a fire going.
Good Lord.
I'm gonna have to have a shower and then I'm gonna throw in a little.
Okay, you have a shower. I'm going to try not to drool. Is there more food? Because that was fucking good.
Yeah, it's all in the fridge in a container.
I thought
Did
you were
he?
drooling over her.
Eat it, Phoenix's.
I've been drooling about it since I tried it,
I
man.
would add more tzatziki to it though. Just
Yeah. Brian's not talking. He's muted, I think. James, you're in charge again. I'm going to take a pee.
I'm
and
just
start
muted during while you're talking.
stop.
Wow.
But you're naked and I'm staring at you?
You can tell he probably hasn't got pants on. He keeps turning off the camera every time he leaves.
Oh, he's just shoving through his mouth.
On my end, I'm not sure where all the noise is coming from, if it's from where Brian is or if it's from
Some
where
weekends,
the Rhino is. So
and Saturday night.
Well, let's see. If I mute it, something goes.
It was really good.
it's the Rhino.
Well, there.
Are you sure? I'll mute this one.
And the festival's been going on
No, it's him and his wife talking.
Okay.
What's me and my wife talking?
Because Brian had background noise. I wasn't certain if it was you and her talking or if it was the background noise.
There's also going to be lots of vendors and stuff. So you can
Oh, I gotta exit full screen. Why am I showing myself?
Oh.
Trying to make yourself look pretty.
That doesn't happen.
The Live Festival going down tomorrow on 4th Street.
Almost out of my crispy rice.
There's the sun over there.
Toilets broke at the camp. She goes, no, they didn't break. They just flooded. I'm like, that sounds pretty broken to me. It's not supposed to happen.
That is crispy rice. I can hear you crunching from here.
Well, that's cucumber.
Oh,
This is a crispy rice.
Maybe some pickled turnip. I
There's
don't
no
know.
one here. I'd be doing this from the hot tub.
Yeah, I think some pickled turnip would make this amazing.
Yeah, 'cause there's still pickles in it. I could add some pickled turnip.
Okay. What do we want to talk about? How about them Edmonton Oilers? Realistically, who do you think's winning the Stanley Cup?
I'm not even sure who's in it.
The last two teams is Edmonton and Florida.
Oh,
I hope it's Edmonton.
really? Does it matter? Because what is it? It's 40% of each hockey team is Canadians anyway.
Yeah, but it's all about where the Stanley Cup's going to go home to.
I think Florida's more Russian than Canadian.
Well, I could see not a lot of people in Florida playing hockey to begin with. Like, I don't remember hearing about the Everglades being frozen over enough to skate on them.
Yet they have two hockey teams.
I don't know, man. Just the thought of the Everglades being frozen over and your Gators completely frozen in the ice, it just makes me giggle internally.
I mean, California has more than one hockey team, too.
Yeah, they got the Kings and somebody else.
San Jose.
Yeah, the Sharks.
Yep.
I don't pay attention to the game. The only time I pay attention to the game is if it's the Olympics, I'll watch it. The reason I know the names of the teams is I've always been around somebody who is a huge fan.
I'm a Senators fan, but I'm from the Ottawa Valley.
Yeah, I think I'll take off and jump in this hot tub for a bit. You guys be on for a while, you think?
Maybe. Enjoy your hot tub.
Are you getting off at a certain time?
Possibly when she's done her shower, but
Yeah.
Jump in your hot tub.
Yeah.
Film your videos.
Sorry? Film my videos? Yeah. Start my social media page.
Hey, you may make some good money in Calgary.
You never know. Well, I'm from Ontario.
Was the what way any good?
Sorry?
Was the hard lemonade good?
Yeah, it's okay. It's not decent. Sort of twisty tea. A little bit sweeter.
We should try and organize one of your vacations when I'm on vacation too. Me and you can go do something stupid.
Yeah. Well, we were almost lined up this year. So I might be using you as a reference shortly for a job.
Well, you have my number. I'm more than willing to. I just need to know what you need.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm just like I'll let you know if I'm needed to hand in references.
Alrighty, sir. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Oh, for sure. I'll let you know more about it separate from this.
Okay. Internet on the roof sucks, apparently.
Yeah. Well, I don't think a hot tub is really meant to be good coverage. I think you're meant to go up there and relax, not be making videos. Probably the hotel's way of saying, don't do that.
Carla's like, what is this? The air conditioner? I'm like, it's air conditioner. She's like, where are you getting the air from?
She had that air conditioner upstairs when she was upstairs with Braith and Annika.
I said, you get it from outside. She's like, but the air outside's not cold. Well, the air conditioner makes the air cold. Yeah, I got there. They were eating s'mores. And I had to cart all her shit in. She had all her crafts.
So my wife made me put out the air conditioner today. We broke down. Last year we made it to almost August.
No, July.
It was in July, but it was...
We had them out July, but we didn't have to have it on often. I think mid-July while the kids were here is when we first turned it on.
Is your house a really, really
On all the time anyway.
hot, well-insulated house, or is it cool normally?
It's somewhat cool. I mean, the attic is hot as fuck. But the basement's good. We live in the basement, so we don't care. But
Radio.
110 years ago, Save on Foods opened its doors with one goal: to give our customers.
Welcome back, Brian.
Can you hear me?
Barely. What? What did you say?
Mahogany Melbourne.
Crimson Ridge. Net Zero. As in Net Zero uses as much energy as it consumes, designed and constructed for optimal energy efficiency and cost. And they're saving you even more. First-time home buyers can save the GST on all Zen communities. So you can save on your first home now and save on your bills every day after. Find your Zen with Avalon. Visit AvalonHomes.com. Tear off the cover, blow off the cobwebs. It's time to break with the air conditioning. Hey friends, it's the other day. And what's that? You don't have AC? or it's not working, or it's old, clunky, outdated, and expensive. That's where the team at Canyon Plumbing and Heating come in. Whether it's working with what you got, or finding the right unit for your space, they are going to ensure that you are covered for the heat waves to come. Let the pros help you find the unit that fits your space and your
I
budget.
can't hear a
Reach
word
out
you're
today
saying.
at CanyonPlumbing.com and be ready.